Up next, part 4 of the Superboy build. Hey everybody, it's Kenny Conklin from SciFiAntasy.com and welcome back to another YouTube video. So today's not a review finally. Today I'm going to be taking a look at what we're doing with the Superboy build, since I'm back on that instead of the Klingon Bird of Prey right now, because I have to pick up some 3D printed parts for my brother so I could get back on that build, and hopefully I could get some 3D printed parts from Tommy on this one too, because having a little trouble building the trees and everything else out of clay and wire and stuff. 3D printing would be a lot quicker and easier than doing it that way, and it would probably come out a lot nicer than me trying to do all this stuff. I ain't that good with the sculpting or anything like that. So if you haven't, as I'm going to tell you always, come over to SciFiAntasy.com, check out the site, check out the community, come register, play with everybody on the site, show your models, all that other good stuff. Have some fun. If you have any trouble registering or anything like that, just let me know. You can put it in the comment section below and I'll help you get on the site, or you can email me at hobbylinkinternational@gmail.com and I'll help you any way I can. As you know, I answer everything as quickly as I can because my phone is always on and it's always blinging with stuff, and I get back to you pretty quick. If I'm at home, I'm out, I'm at work, it doesn't matter. I always like making sure I answer you guys as quickly as I can. And also, if you haven't, come join the Facebook group. And there goes my phone. See, I told you, it's always going off for something. But come over to Facebook. We have a Sci-Fi Fantasy group. Come click that you want to join, and I'll activate your account for you and all that other good stuff. So enough of me rambling as always. Let's get over to the desk and check out what's going on. So I actually should have called this part of the build part 1 instead of part 4, because we're pretty much going back to the beginning of everything. What happened with the original board is I did not seal it in, so when I put the clay on and all the water, it soaked into the board and warped it. And I was going to fix it by just putting black caulking down the side, which would have fixed it up, but I wanted the board level. Right now it's not level because my table is crap and it's got a bump in the middle, so we don't have to worry about that. The board is not actually wobbly because it's warped. It's wobbly because my table stinks. But I laid out everything pretty much I want to do. Putting up the crazy trees, the craters, the crystals. There's mushrooms and these pineapple looking things that I put all over the board. But like I said, I'm having trouble with sculpting them. So hopefully I can 3D print them and get that going. And if you don't remember what the crazy trees are and the crystals and stuff, I'll post up a picture right now and show you. So what I did was I ripped everything off the board, laid everything out basically how I want it. That can change once I put the clay over it, and I re-put the base, glued it down over here. And the glue I used for that, which actually works very well, is this stuff. Hopefully the camera will focus on it. Is Elmer's Pro Bonds, and it glues the plastic right to the wood, no problem at all, and it's non-toxic, so that's a good deal. So let me take you down a little closer and show you what I got going on. So again, here is the base with the cave. The cave's not on here. With the craters, I'm thinking maybe I might drill through there and have some lights glowing out of it, maybe a white, a yellow, something like that, making them look pretty cool. And with this, I plan on trying to put some lights in here too. I'm gonna have to drill through the base and drill through the base for the little monster that's gonna go in there. He's definitely gonna have 2 red glowing eyes because his eyes were like lasers. Let me show you what the plan is for the cave itself. Now what I wanna do, I don't know if you can see it there because I only could put 1 LED in, but on this side you can see the little glow of green light, and I want to put one on this side too. This way it dimly lights up the back, but I think I'll have those maybe pulsing or something like that. This way it makes the inside of the cave look creepy. So that's my idea on that, just to add a little more enhancement to the build, which I think will look pretty cool. I'm hoping you can see the green light over here. Now this is why I'm saying I should have called this part 1 again instead of part 4. The cape is back in primer. Everything is fixed up on it. But I was having so much problem with that last paint. I didn't even practice enough with it, or I just don't know what I'm doing with that paint and I can't get it to do what I want. So I'm either going to move over to ammo paints, or I'm going to go with the Andrea color sets where my friend Joe Hudson told me he uses, and he builds and paints figures beautifully. So I might go with his suggestion and use the Andrea colors and get the red and blue set for this. But this is back into primer, so let me show you what else I got going on. So we got Superboy's body. He's all in primer. There's a couple spots like on the shoulder here. There's a little divot there. I got to fill that in and get rid of that. But everything else is perfect except for that one shoulder. So I got his hands on there. I got his body all together. So he's all back. He was stripped down, put back together, and he's all in primer and ready to go. I can't wait to get on him and get the paints, but he definitely looks a lot better than my first attempt. And this is what I like putting on my videos. I mess things up and we redo them. Not everything is perfect. So if you guys make mistakes out there, don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. It's a hobby. We're having fun. Just try to correct your mistake and do the best you can. That's all I do with my models. And here's Superboy's wee head. So that's the face of Superboy. I got him going all together, all primed up. And as you can see, there's still a seam across his head that I'm trying to work out, and that's a tough one to do. Thank God there wasn't much detail. Where they put the seam is actually pretty flat. There's no hair texture in it at all. The only hair texture you have is pretty much at the front, around the sides, and a little bit on the back, so it's pretty flat what they did. So I still got to work on him and get that seam out of there. That one's proving to be a pain in the neck to try to get rid of, but that's his little head. And just a quick sneak peek at Superboy all in primer, what he's going to look like. He actually is a cool kit. There he is with his cape. He'll be standing like this, pushing onto that cave and trying to get rid of that little dragon. But he does look good once you got everything together, and he'll look really, really cool once he's painted. So this guy reminds me of when I was a kid, playing with these models and just slapping them together and having glue seeping out of everywhere and paint all on top of it. So I'm going to try to do them much better than we did these models as kids, but I really like his pose. He looks good. The cape looks good. It has nice movement to it. So once we get color on him, he's going to really pop and look well. And last but not least, last night I put Crypto together. Now anybody that has built this kit, or if you're deciding you're going to get this kit and build it, Crypto is going to drive you crazy. One, he doesn't fit together very well, and he's in 2 halves, plus his ears, and plus this belly plate over here. Instead of just cutting them, woo, Crypto tried to go flying on me. But instead of just making the dog in 2 parts and slapping them together and having one seam, they made it so his tail wasn't separated. And when you put this guy together, oh my God, the seams and the bad fit on him is going to drive you crazy. I got a lot of work to do. I don't know if you can see it right here. There's a seam. I got to fill that in. There's seams on the side here, seams down the front of his leg over here. There was a huge gap. Oh, I forgot about that gap. I got to get that gap right in there. You can see that one. I didn't fill that in with Bondo yet. And there was a huge gap that I actually filled in on this leg over here. So if you get it, Crypto is not going to be fun, but once he gets together, Crypto will look pretty cool. And I feel bad for Crypto because he just vanished from Superman's life. It was like Superman grew up, Superboy grew up to become Superman and sent the poor doggy on his way. If I knew where Crypto was, I would take him. Bye, guys. Yeah, and I forgot to show you Crypto with his cape on. So his cape, it's got a little big fat knot in there, but that's not really that much of a problem. You're not going to see it. It's supposed to be on his collar, but they had to do something to keep it in there. But his cape is cool too. It's got a lot of movement on it, and it's blowing pretty nicely. So once we paint that up, it'll look good. And then finally, Crypto is going to say goodbye. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching our videos. Come again. Ah. And one last thing I got for the build is JT Graphics decals, which I've had before, and JT makes awesome decals. I never had a problem with anything I ordered, and they always lay down really nice, and they make the build look better. So instead of trying to paint those S's with the little marks on it, I'm just going to use the decals so they come out right, and it'll look much better than the paint job. So these I picked up, I think they were only 10 bucks plus shipping, so it wasn't bad, and it's going to make my life easier on the painting. So that's where we are on the Superboy and Crypto build with the small dragon who's not in here right now, but this gives you a little idea of what the diorama is going to look like and how he is with the cave and Crypto snarling down the dragon that's in there. I'd like to thank you guys for always stopping by and checking out the videos. The channel is actually growing. We're getting closer and closer to 1,500 subscribers every day. It just keeps piling up, and it's amazing to me that I actually have this many people watching the videos and checking everything out. I really, really appreciate it. And I thank you as always for coming and checking things out. So that's pretty much it on this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to know anything, just drop it in the comments section below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. It's usually within minutes once I hear that thing go off. So I hope you all have a great night. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to go play with this a little more and I'll see you all soon. Take care and bye-bye.